As a kid, I always thought the seedy pirates locked away towards the end of Pirates of the Caribbean, and the hitchhiking ghosts that follow you home from the haunted mansion had a striking resemblance. And now that I have a YouTube channel watched by literal tens of people, I could subject you all to my useless knowledge and thoughts. But any good video starts with research, so let's do a quick search and... well, that's unfortunate. But you know what? Here at Chicken Incorporated, we won't let a trivial thing like facts or the truth get in the way of a mediocre video idea. Let's look at some anecdotal evidence to prove our idea correct like any other good theorist channel. But first, let's meet our trios in question and see if their history could shed some light on any clues or excuses we could use for later. Our tour begins here in this jail cell where there isn't a whole lot of information about the pirates in question. We just know the three were arrested sometime during the raid during Puerto Dorado, the fictional town you ride through in Pirates of the Caribbean. They're doomed for all eternity as they try to entice the dog to bring them the key to their freedom, with offers of a bone and a rope. Although there is one non-canon appearance in the video game Sea of Thieves: A Pirate Life, as they show the men and the dog as ghosts. So not really a whole lot from the pirate side. Unlike the Seedy Prisoners, the Hitchhiking Ghosts do have a decent amount of backstory and even names given to them by hardcore Disney fans. And in 2011, Disney made these names canon and even gave a little insight on who they will be modeled after as the designs evolve. First, we have Phineas the Traveler, who is said to be inspired by John Candy and Chris Farley. Next, we have Ezra the Skeleton, who is said to be made to resemble Jim Carrey, John Cleese, and Michael Keaton. And finally, we have Gus the Prisoner. Is this it? Have we found the missing link? No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see what else we can uncover before we say this fake myth is confirmed. But anyway, Gus is said to be inspired by Christopher Lloyd's character Jim from the sitcom Taxi, which doesn't really make much sense. I think Ezra would probably fit that bill a little bit better. The trio is always loitering at the end of this attraction, waiting to hop on your doom buggy and catch a ride with you back to your hotel room. So here we at least have some backstory to work with, but let's get into the ride themselves to see if we could have some other dots to connect from there. So Exhibit A in my case for saying these characters are connected is where they're placed in each ride. For pirates, you can see the prisoners right before the scene with Jack Sparrow in the treasure room, which leads you to the unloading area. For the Haunted Mansion, it's pretty much the exact same placement. You see the hitchhiking ghost thumbing you to hitch a ride, then the mirror scene where they're in the car with you. Before finally seeing little Leota in the unloading area. The placement of these animatronics are pretty much in the exact same spot for each ride. Exhibit B are the designs. Now, it's not uncommon for Disney to reuse molds for characters to cut down on costs, but how each trio are similarly built and positioned, to me seems more than just a coincidence. Also, look what each character is holding. The middle pirate is holding a bone, where Ezra the middle ghost is also known as the skeleton. The pirate on the right has a rope, where Gus has a ball and chain, a metal rope if you will. And as for Phineas and the first pirate, Phineas is known as the Traveler, and the first pirate is signaling to the dog. Yeah, that's it. The first pirate is the one who came up with hitchhiking in the first place, and is practicing his signaling while signaling to the dog. Yeah, that's it. I totally didn't just make that up while I was writing the script. But what about storyline-wise? Is there anything we could glom onto from the actual story from either one of these rides? Well, maybe. When both of these rides were being built, there was supposed to be a connection between both of these attractions, along with Tom Sawyer Island for all of them to have one connected story. Pirate Jean Lafitte was supposed to be the common thread between all of them, and he was supposed to be the original owner of the Haunted Mansion. But the idea was scrapped in the middle of development. There are some pirate imagery in the Haunted Mansion with the pirate tomb in the ride queue, and the sea captain picture in the changing portrait room. But what about actual story canon? Maybe not a direct tie, but while the public was waiting for the Haunted Mansion to open in 1969, a sign was outside enticing any spirit willing to take residence in these haunted halls. Is it a stretch of the imagination that the Seedy Prisoners, once their time ran out, that they no longer wanted to hang out in a jail cell, and decided to spend the rest of eternity living in a mansion? while also catching a ride with unsuspecting guests to see the world that they were locked away from for so many years? Honestly, that doesn't sound too bad. So in conclusion, was any of this really Disney's idea? No, most likely not. But I just wanted to make this video and put the ideas that I had in my head rattling around for years to paper. And this being my first Halloween on YouTube, I wanted to do something a little fun and different, well, at least for my channel. But let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, and even just the opposite. If you thought this was stupid and never want me to do this again, just let me know. But either way, you know the drill. Drop a like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if I earned it, join the Patreon only if you can, and thank you for watching.